Noting the time and the presence of a quorum, I'll call the Boxborough Fire Station Building Committee to order. We have everyone here except Larry. Larry's not present at all. And I'm going to bring us right to public input. If there's anyone online who has public input, please raise your virtual hand and we will unmute you. I don't see any hands going up.
I do not either.
Okay, so I'm going to take us to new business. So we are now preparing for special town meeting. Our warrant articles and recommendations and votes are all in. In preparation for that, I'm actually working on a large presentation that's going to be for the forum next week. And then I imagine that is going to get cut down for what goes to town meeting. And I do need to confirm with Dennis about the amount of time. For the presentation, I am planning to have, what are the warrant articles we have? What are we asking for? I want to explain the process so that people fully understand what we're asking for now. If we get the money, what happens in the design and bidding process, and the fact that there are multiple times of cost estimates and value engineering to get us to the lowest cost. I am going to include why we need a new firehouse, because I'm hearing some people saying, why do we need a new firehouse? And I know a lot of people understand it, but I will have some of those slides on why we need a new firehouse. John Markowitz had commented at one of our recent meetings to talk about the space needs. So I have actually pulled together 20 key points from the report that the chief gave me and some other information that I found, and to really emphasize things like increased EMS volume. Since, like, I'm comparing it to a building built 60 years ago to a modern facility. And there's more, like a lot more EMS calls. The fleet there's more vehicles, and there's larger vehicles, and so we'll explain that. We've talked in the past, but I'll mention the need for gender inclusive facilities. The dedicated decontamination rooms that we need to have, rooms, separate turnout gear rooms, wellness and fitness space, which is really important for mental health and really physical, kind of coming down after a high what's the adrenaline high adrenaline event. The private sleeping quarters and how important that is. They don't need to be huge, but private is better. I don't know if anyone's looking at all the sleep research. Sleep is so important for people that we want to be serving us.
There's actually, and I'm gonna.
Are you
yes,
on?
I am on.
Okay.
There's actually size requirement. Yeah, I know they don't have to be huge, but there is a space requirement for around that the I want 60 square feet. I think it was per bunk area that they need to have. So at a minimum, we're looking at that per space.
Right.
Which, again, I agree. But that's just a requirement that we have to follow.
That's the thing.
So.
And the thing, like we learned during the school building process, is people don't understand there are requirements now. So you can't have the size schoolroom that you had when you were a kid. And so it's based on best practices that we know keep people the healthiest they can be.
These are points where you point out that this is a requirement, this is a standard?
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely.
I'm still working on finalizing that for you, just to show which ones go with which, because I didn't realize there were so many.
Yeah.
When I started digging into it, that different, whether it's the Mass Building Code or the NFPA or the United States Fire Administration making these best practices recommendations, I honestly didn't realize that there were as many for each space as there are. So I'm just trying to finalize them and make them a little bit more user friendly, because there's a lot of technical firefighter jargon in there that I just would really like to clean up and have it make sense for our residents that don't speak
Exactly.
firefighter. if you will.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the chief is doing that, and I'm gonna blend it with what I have to hopefully make a really accessible, but, important information for people to take in about the spaces we have. So there's, other things and things about the parking and backup power systems and the technology support, the space you need for that and meeting building codes and all of that. So, I think that'll be good to have in the presentation.
Will you have 2 opportunities to speak?
Yeah, yes, morning and evening, you mean?
No.
No.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the town meeting.
Oh, that's a
before.
good question.
I would think so.
Yeah, you should.
Well, we're talking about the property and we're talking about I like that. And I hadn't thought through this. So during the property one, we can talk about, here's the process we did, all that we looked at, and that can be in that one. And then the design can be about the design and why the size and the value engineering and all of that. Yeah, yeah.
Which is nice, because you can do 2. I mean, even if they're longer than 10 minutes, they don't need to be as long, and you don't
Exactly.
need to be rushed trying to fit
And you don't
everything in.
need to remember information from the first
Yep.
when you're voting on the second,
Yep.
so you're good. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that, but yes, I will be doing 2. So my goal is to get this done by the end of the day Saturday, but I think it's gonna take me most of the day Saturday to get it into the PowerPoint. And then I can share it, I'll share it with a few people. Well, we're not gonna discuss it, so I'm gonna definitely share it with Steve and Jeff and the chief, so they make sure my facts are right. But I might pick a couple of you just to say, hey, is this clear, kind of thing. So we're ready for next week. So for special town meeting, I'm gonna talk with Dennis about 2 presentations and the time for each. Anything else on special town meeting folks want to discuss? I can't remember if we met, have we met since the FinCom voted their final vote?
No, we have not.
So Maria, want to tell us?
So, the Finance Committee voted unanimously to support the purchase at $984. The week before, they were split on the vote, but I just sent all the information to them that we
Nice.
had, every link, everything, and they've read through a lot of it, and then felt comfortable that even with the increased cost at that location.
Seemingly increased.
Yeah,
Well,
right,
that's
exactly.
the
The
thing.
seemingly, the apparent, but it was clear to them that if we tried to go to 72, there was going to be construction delays, and likely, I think, that they realized there would be lawsuits or.
And one of the things I went to their meeting that I added from the floor was, although our design does not, for all the study we've done so far, 72 Stowe Road would not require a light at the intersection, the community would really want it.
Yeah.
And that's over $1 million right there. So that also cuts down on that differential if the town were to have acted on that. So, those are the kinds of things I think they heard that message, and so.
Yep, and we
Mary?
do, sorry. No, go ahead.
Can you share our reasoning for the order of the 2 articles? Is that,
I'm
sorry.
assuming the order is the land purchase first.
That's the first
And
article.
so the reasoning is that the town seems to want to know, before they vote design money, where are they putting it?
Yeah.
And we really need to have the land to do the design. Like, we need to know that's our land. Because if we invest 2.7 million in a design and then it turns out that land falls through, you'd have to redesign. So it's a poor investment. So for that reason, we put the land first, then the design.
Right, good.
And then there's also the closing cost. We broke that out into a separate article, so there's a third article. My assumption is the select board will present that. I mean, there's not a presentation, I mean, it's
Right.
pretty clear, but
Right.
I assume it won't be
Right.
the fire station. I assume they'll make the motion on that.
And FinCom did that, so, because then the closing costs are gonna come out of free cash?
Free cash. It just, the thought was, it doesn't make, you wouldn't, if you did a commercial purchase, you would not fund your closing costs.
Right.
If you can avoid it, right?
Right.
Doesn't make any sense.
You
Same
wouldn't
thing
get
with
the
your
loan
house.
if you had to.
Yeah, exactly, right? So just doesn't make sense. I know it's not a lot of money, it's $15,000, we're guessing. I think we made it for 20, just in
Just to be
case, but
careful,
we'll
yeah.
use what we have to. But it just, to try to finance it and then roll it into the bigger loan, it just isn't good business sense,
Yeah,
so that's
yeah.
why we did that.
Okay.
It just made sense.
And then there's one more article, but I don't.
That's, there is one more article. It is to actually pay for the October town meeting, because the select board chose to do it at
Oh.
the Regency, but it wasn't budgeted, and it's an additional $6,000.
Okay, okay.
Mary,
And that also is out of
excuse
free cash.
if the land purchase article were to fail for
Yeah.
some reason, would we pass over the
I
design?
think we'd have to.
Yeah,
Yeah, because we have to,
because it's
we
tied to
can't
that,
design
right?
to it, right? We
Yeah,
can't design
yeah.
It's
it.
tied to that.
But wouldn't the cost to design the station be roughly the same, no matter?
It is roughly the same, but we couldn't start designing
Right,
until we
right.
knew where. So we
Right,
have
so
to
by the
wait for
time you
another
went to
town
design
meeting
it,
anyway.
Yeah, you wouldn't have enough money
Right,
due to
right.
increase.
And, I think part of the education we need to be doing is, this is it.
Yeah.
It
I was
needs to
gonna say-
happen. We are at now we are absolutely ready for the next stage, because we have no more money. We have spent all of the money that this committee was given. So if things were not to pass, there's nothing we can do with our consultants. So that means we either completely pause this committee and bring the same exact thing to another town meeting, except all the costs go up
Right.
because of the delays. And so we just have to say, now is the time.
Well, and we don't know that we'll have 984 if it doesn't pass.
That's
So if
right.
it doesn't pass this time, if, the owner of the property wants to sell it, they're not
That's
gonna
right.
wait for us. I mean, the housing trust has waited a number of years for us,
Yes.
which brings me to a point I want to mention, but I'll mention it
Okay.
after we're done with this. So, yeah, I think
Yeah.
that needs to be another point, like,
Yeah,
because then we're back to
exactly.
72 Stowe Road. And then we're not gonna have a choice.
Right,
So,
right. Then, 984 could come off the table.
Yeah.
And Mary, that should be, if there is a way to insert that into your presentation, I think
Yeah.
people need to understand that piece.
Yeah.
It's like there's nothing, the fire station building committee cannot do anything beyond this. There's
Right.
no money left. Nothing can be done. That's it.
Yeah. I will put that in.
Mary, so the housing board, I don't think we formally told them that we're not doing 72 Stowe Road. mean, we took the
I
vote.
thought Mike did, because
Okay.
I actually thought the formal vote was to notify the other
Boards, okay.
landowners, which is the housing, but I can check with Mike.
Okay, because I mean, they've waited a long time.
Yeah.
I think there's a couple of them who might be a little disappointed.
Yeah.
But, I think we should reach out and make sure that we talk to them and maybe even talk to them about the reasoning,
Yeah,
and thank them for their patience,
yeah,
so.
okay. All right, anything else on special town meeting? All right, so that takes us to the public outreach. So the presentation, the big presentation is for the forums on January 28th at 11 a.m. and 7 p.m.
And
The-
Priya, you're gonna be there for 7 PM, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I'm gonna be at the 11 AM one.
Okay. And it'll be in person here and hybrid, so hopefully people will come. Our aim is to have a table at Winterfest, although it's looking like the weather may conspire. Winter may be here this weekend, next weekend, we'll see.
At least we'll have snow for Winterfest.
I know, it is exciting. And then the pre-town meeting drop-in information session is February 23rd from 2 to 8 p.m. at the Sargent Memorial Library. So I know the outreach group has been thinking about what to do for Winterfest and some of thinking about that. One thing we talked about yesterday at our internal meeting, somebody brought up, when I said that I'm hearing from some people in the community about why do we need a fire station, there's an old video before we were convened, and we thought we might have Alex set up a television and run that.
Yeah, that was done with,
yeah.
I think, when Paul Philibrown was the chief, right? And I think Sean.
Sean
Is
was,
that the
yeah,
video on the QR code over there?
Probably.
It might be,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
and that's on the website.
So we'll have that. Anything from the public outreach folks, like, last time we had assignments. Do we have assignments to do?
So we're not quite there yet.
Okay.
I did email Mike and asked for the rendering. I actually sent, I think I copied you, Mary, last Friday.
Yes.
And I haven't heard from him, but I sent the link to last week's package that showed the building on 984. So we
Yes.
want that to be blown up.
Yeah.
For Winterfest, the forum, and then the pre-town meeting forum. And also,
The GIS.
the GIS, because it shows, when you look at it, you can take a picture of the three lots together.
Yep.
Right? So we've had that picture, but without the houses on it. So if Alec could take a picture of that and blow it up and have that as well, both of those on poster board, that's one thing that we were thinking we would do.
Yeah.
And then pretty much the talking points from her forum.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what I think, once those
Yeah.
slides are done, we can see if we want to pull any of that out into
Into,
info sheets or,
Right.
Yeah,
And
one of
then,
the things was like the space need was going to be a big one.
Yeah.
Right, like that's pretty much,
and then
yeah.
FinCom's got the information on the debt.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much I'm gonna show you what I have, what we received from, it was at our meeting last week. I have to share this, hold on, because there is somebody on. So this is, I'm gonna share the debt. I can find it. There it is. Okay, right, that's sharing on Zoom, right? Even though it's not on the TV?
yeah, I think so.
Okay. I think so too,
Yes,
because
it
my
is.
screen just got a
Steve,
little
can
bit-
you see that? Oh, there it goes. It took a
There.
while to
Okay,
get.
okay.
And can you make it bigger, Maria?
Can I?
yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, there you go. How's
Yes, you
that?
can. Great.
Is that
Oh,
good?
that's good.
Okay, so what we got from, we have this in three different ways. We have, oh, Jesus, I'm sorry, this thing keeps popping up on my,
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, it
It's
just keeps popping up.
relentless.
Um,
You might be due for an Adobe update. I had one this week at work.
Is that what this is?
It could be, yeah.
Well,
I don't
no,
know
can't
for
get it to
sure.
come up. So we have this hilltop thing, and if I can ever
Can
get
you
rid of
click-
this,
Can you
What?
click on the white space and it goes behind? Nope.
no, it freezes up my screen. This
Okay.
happens to me all the time. It hasn't happened, it only happens if I try to edit the Adobe document, but anyway, we have it broken down by the 5 million, 5.1, which is the total of the two properties. And then we have each one of the properties, a 2.4. I'm gonna stop sharing this because it's.
You mean the total of the two articles?
Articles, I'm sorry,
One property.
articles, yep, not properties. So the 2.4, so the property purchase, would be about $148,000 a year in debt service, or $8 cents per thousand, or $76 per household. And this is gonna be
That's
short-term
per year,
presumably,
Maria?
Per year.
per year.
76 per household at the high price?
At the 980, the
Yeah.
980,490, so we do it, that's what's in the article.
Yeah.
We do it by what the assessors, we do last year's average and then add 5%. That's how.
980 is the average house in this community?
Yes, it is.
Holy moly.
Yeah. It's
Wow.
crazy.
I thought that was high end. Okay.
No, that's-
I'm
that's-
way below.
I know, me too. I don't know where, I mean, it's crazy to me that there's that many over $1 million, because there's a lot of us
Yeah.
who don't have $1 million
Right.
houses, but
Holy
anyway.
moly.
So that's $76 a year. And then the 2.765 is $171,486 in debt service. And again, that's $88 per year per household. Now, that's going to be short-term because that'll get rolled into the larger. We don't have, from Hilltop, which is our bonding agent, we don't have that information on the larger number yet, updated information. These numbers are based on 4.5%. I'm just going to take a quick look at, it's 4.5%. I can't share it, but it's right there. But the bond agent thought that it could possibly be 4% by the time we get this bonded.
Okay.
So this is the kind of the higher number. And these are all based on assumptions. We don't know,
Right.
you know, so we can, I don't know if you want to use this information for the forum, and we can do it like, you know, the total, which is this chart, which shows the $500,000, or do you want to break it down? Here's that frickin' error thing again, sorry guys. Or do we want to break it down, or do we just not want to have any of that stuff?
No, I think we want it for, I think some of it needs to be summarized in in the forum
Okay.
presentation and then at the info session. Can you send me that? Is
I
that
can.
for sharing? Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause it was in
yes.
our it was in our package last week.
Okay.
So it's public.
Okay,
So I will send that to Mary, okay.
Yeah, I mean, you might want that for people who want more
Right,
information and
exactly.
details. A lot of them will be okay with the summary.
Yeah, and these numbers are in the article summaries for each one. It's broken down for each one in a chart,
Good.
so.
Good.
So the
and I would
monthly-
not, you
The
know.
monthly figures, Maria, the $2 amounts, that's per year,
Yep.
but for how many years?
So that's based on, I think it's 30 years.
It must be 30,
It's
'cause
30 years.
usually-
Yeah, till June 30th, 2057. Good God. Probably not going to be around then, but yes.
Yeah, I know.
Now, the reality is, it's probably going to be just hopefully 2 years, because that will get
Right.
rolled into the larger
Larger.
one. If we go to town meeting, let's say next year at this time, we'll have a smaller bond payment in that following year, and then we'll have larger bond payments after that. But we don't have that information. Do you want that information for town meeting? I could see, I don't know if Hilltop has provided it. Mike didn't provide it to us.
Yeah. I think we do.
Okay,
I-
so,
I mean, it's qualified because, you know, now you're making assumptions for multiple years out. And so we have to qualify it.
And we
but
have to be conservative
I
in
think
that.
we just post the assumptions too.
okay. So 30 million?
Yeah, do 30 million, and, I mean, that ballparks it, we wanna come below that, but,
Yep.
the
30
estimate's
million.
over that, so.
30 years. Okay, so I'll email Mike and Tony tonight. Tony can't do much with it, but Mike, we can ask Hilltop, and hopefully we'll have that information for the forums.
Okay, great.
Would we get that like differential, like $500,000 differential?
So Mike apparently, FinCom didn't do that document. That was a document that Mike did.
Well, I think he got it from Hilltop.
He got it from Hilltop, right. He took the bonding information and then did that. So I assume he can do it again. I mean, I'm assuming it's an
Oh.
Excel spreadsheet where you can just plug in, but I don't know, because that
Yeah.
would be for Wednesday. So I'm hoping we can get this information from them for
And
Wednesday.
you know, we had a community member, Cindy, requested like the Excel version of it, because I just have it in hard numbers, no formulas.
Yeah.
And Mike yesterday, he's away right now at the MMA. He said he has been swamped, so he has not done that yet.
Okay.
So he'll be working on it. So I don't know that we're gonna have that for
Wednesday.
Wednesday, but conceptually, it's the same.
Yeah, it's not any different.
If because even when you looked row to row, it was the same amount, and I think we were estimating 4.5%.
Yeah.
It's the same assumptions, so I think we can still use that as a ballpark
Yeah.
if people are asking for that information.
Yeah. And that's on the website, so we could even, you would have that you can take that for Wednesday night, right?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
we could have that sheet again for the for the town meeting, pre-town
The
meeting.
pre-town meeting, yeah.
Yeah. So those are the things that we thought about. Is there anything else, guys, that we thought about that we needed? We're gonna do that, and then, we're not gonna do tables like we did last time. We're gonna have 4 tables. And that'll have mostly, like posters and drawings, and then I like the idea of the video. And then we'll talk to it, because I think that's mostly what we did last time.
Yeah,
We did
that is.
an awful lot of talking to
A
people.
lot of talking.
We did
different-
use some of the visual aids, but,
And we just all talked to different people.
Yep.
Some of us, the people moved through us, but some of them stuck with one person and
Yep.
heard the whole story. And however it works for people, that's great. Hopefully they'll come.
yeah.
It's a long time, 2 to 8 p.m.
That's a really
I,
long time.
I know we didn't agree on that because I was like, now I gotta get out of work even earlier.
Well, because I thought we said we would get there and set up at 2, but I
Right,
thought we were
we did say
doing like
that.
I
a
did,
3.
We did say that, and
But-
so it's a little longer, so it now set up presumably is before 2. I think I'm just taking the day off of work, because at that point, I
Yeah.
don't wanna commute for 2 hours to work for 3.
Yeah.
Seems silly.
So do you want us to send out like a Google schedule for people?
I was gonna say, who can be there at 2:00?
I can't.
Well, I can be there
Oh,
at 2
wait,
o'clock. I'm
no, I have a
flexible.
2 to
Okay.
3
I
meeting,
could.
so I can't be there till
But I'm not
3.
sure I'm not sure there'll be many people there, but if you want to staff it, I could go early.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you could go early, that would be great. Yeah, I think, making it 6 hours, I'm not sure why we did that. What it's gonna feel like is it's less well-attended, because now people are gonna be, I think it
I
was
think-
for parents
Yes, I
before
think the goal
school.
was to pick the kids up parents to come either before
Before
school
school or
or
right
after, and then the kids can go in the library and the parents can, but it is a long day. And apparently, he sent something out today. Did you see that?
No. I
Okay, he
didn't-
may have sent it to me, Sarah, and Priya, I think.
Yeah, I didn't.
About the setup, and apparently,
Oh, I think he
the
said, was it
sustainability
yesterday?
committee's gonna be there? So I'm a little confused as to why because there's nothing on, I don't know. So he sent it out, let's see.
Yeah, housing.
Yeah, hold on a second, because I've got what it looks like.
Well, maybe they have things coming up in May and they're starting education now.
I guess so, I can't
Conscom
find
and
it.
Retcom.
I can't find it. It's Sustainability Committee and one other, Conscom, right?
Yes.
Conscom and Retcom, she said.
Housing, sustainability, Conscom, Retcom.
That's a lot.
I don't know why they're all gonna be there, because they don't have anything on the agenda.
Maybe it's just to distribute information.
So my only concern with that is that it is billed as a pre-town meeting.
Right.
And we don't, it's one of those things where you gotta be careful, because people are coming expecting in, out, we're gonna talk about fire station, that's what is on this warrant.
Yeah.
I get concerned when we overload with stuff that is not irrelevant to the town, but to this town meeting.
Right, right.
And so that worries me, because the next one, people are gonna be like, yeah, I'm not going to that, because it just becomes too
And
much.
it may be that they just have flyers sitting there, I don't know,
Yeah.
so I'll check with Alec.
Okay.
I may.
And we are waiting for a new flyer on that, Priya?
Yes, yeah, it should have been updated.
It's not posted yet, so,
Not, okay.
okay. Because we want to have that for Winterfest to let people know.
And
I think I will be putting a flyer together, not just for the forum, but like for the Winterfest. We thought we'll also talk about
Yeah.
the town meeting, right? Like when the town meeting is, so,
and babysitting?
yes, all
Yeah.
that. So we will add those, that we can do, I will do that and send it over to Kelly so we can pass it out during Winterfest.
Okay.
And then we're gonna get, for the Winterfest, we need, the fire department's gonna give us their tent, we're gonna get tables. 2 tables, I think, under the tent is enough.
Okay.
Right? That's everything we talked about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Twos.
We're, easels, we just have to figure out.
The
what
easels, again, that was part of that email that I sent to Mike and Alec. We
Yeah.
need easels with the clamps.
Mhm.
We need the pictures, the posters. I've not gotten a response back. I can follow up and see
Yeah,
what's
you,
going on
and
with
you
that.
said 2 easels in it, I think?
I think,
or-
yeah, it was 2
Yeah,
easels.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So the
Yeah,
posters
why don't
that
you
we
follow
also
up on that, and if
Something to
you-
hold everything together and not like let it fly.
Yeah.
If you need me to be
Yes,
pushy,
no.
just let me know.
I will.
I will say, when you go to the library, make sure you leave yourself a few minutes to go inside, because the renovations are happening. There's 2 of the pods that are in, they're amazing.
Yeah.
Although there's always complications, one came with 2 left doors. So we sent 1 door back and we're waiting on a door. And then the young adult area has cool couches and chairs and tables.
really?
And
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, it's
I had a
really
tour there the other day when I was dropping off flyers.
excellent.
It's lovely.
It is lovely, yeah.
The pods remind me of what you might be if you were in a train. It's like
Yes,
the cabin of a
it feels
train.
very much like a
Yeah.
train.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And it really is, has the soundproofing
Yeah.
and it was a need that the community identified, to be able to take a meeting or have small study spaces. And we were worried they were gonna look to, like, not fit in with the vibe of the library, but I think they fit in fine, so,
Yeah.
yeah. And DPW is helping with some carpeting adjustments. You know, once you move shelves, you find out what wasn't painted, what wasn't carpeted. So, all good.
Alan, did you go to the transfer station, did I hear?
I'm sorry?
Did you go to the transfer station
Oh, yeah, the flyers that Priya made up.
for Wednesday?
I met
No,
about
Sarah.
70 people.
Yeah.
There were 2 people that were angry, but the rest of the people were friendly and accepting. There's 2 people that still think this whole thing is not needed and a waste of time, but that's okay.
Have you heard from them before?
Yes.
Okay, so that they've been consistent in their message. I'm asking, like, it's not a recent not happy, like, they've consistently said,
Right.
this is a waste of time.
Right.
Doesn't matter where
They're
we put it.
naysayers no matter what we
Okay.
present, I think.
Okay.
So they just don't want a new.
They
fence.
don't want it, don't think it's needed.
Well, Priya, I wonder, I don't know if you guys have talked at the select board about your comments or, it won't be a presentation, but your recommendation. My understanding is you all have costed out temporary
Oh, yes.
space
Yes.
in the event this doesn't move forward. And that's at a pretty significant cost.
Yes.
I think people need to understand that. I don't want to threaten them, but I think they really need to understand that the current environment is unsafe. It is unsafe to work in, unsafe to live in, and that we're going to take an alternative step if this doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And so,
It's not in the recommendations per se, because again, I didn't feel it was appropriate to put
Yeah.
that in the recommendations, but we will have it if somebody were to raise that point,
Okay.
right? Like, we don't require or need, this is not needed, like, then we'll have to say, we do have to move towards a temporary space at this point.
okay.
You know how expensive that is.
Yeah.
I emailed them yesterday, and I'm working on an updated layout and costing, and then I also requested a timeline from signature of contract to when delivery and setup would be, and just how long something like that would take. So I'm trying to get you a lot more information on that
Yeah.
than I can.
Alan, are you gonna go back to the transfer station tomorrow?
Well, that's the plan. We'll see what happens. No, Saturday.
Saturday.
I'm sorry, Saturday.
But
Oh,
it's
no,
going to
it's
be
gonna
really
be
cold.
freezing out
Don't-
Saturday.
don't-
Yeah, don't go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
You know
I
what?
was saying,
Go
I
to
was
a
telling
warming
the chief I
station.
might go to the warming.
Go to the warming station.
But I'm not sure how many people will be there, but
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I forgot, no, don't, it's not.
We might not
it's
find you
absolutely
till
not worth
spring if you go
I
there.
know, we don't want to.
Yeah.
sometimes when the weather's inclement, you get the best response.
It's gonna be quick, that's for sure.
They're not going to argue with you. They're going to say, okay.
No, all
But
right.
people say I have one, I don't need it, and I say to them, will you please take it and put it on your kitchen table, because when I get rid of them all, I can go home. Oh, give me 2, they'll say.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. All right, anything else about public outreach then?
Nope, we're gonna put up the A-frame signs like we always do. We're gonna try to get the word out through everything.
The electronic sign, is that
So,
good?
so the electronic sign has been, so Winterfest is on the electronic sign down by the station. and
Winterfest is just taking everything that we usually
I
use,
know.
just to say, they took our sign.
They were a lot quicker than we were. So,
They were.
um,
They don't get 2 signs in the same parking lot.
So we're going to be having 2 open houses at the firehouse coming up.
Oh, right.
So one is going to be February 11th. It's going to, we've kind of planned it to coincide with the COA luncheon. So
Okay.
that when the luncheon is over, if anyone would like to come down, since they're already over in this area, if they'd like to come down to the firehouse, we're going to have it opened up. And, everyone's more than welcome to come down, take a look. And then the other thing we're doing is we're having a public ed event on Saturday, February 28th. So I know it's some time away, but those are some other outreach things that we're doing. Just trying to make sure that everyone has the opportunity to come in and see the firehouse and see, where their needs are.
Great. I hope people take advantage of it. I mean, it's me going to those that convinces me, yeah, okay, I'll get on that committee. I'm like, wow, do we need that? So, all right, this is great. Really good work. Okay, so in our packets, we have minutes from our January 8th meeting. They were particularly small font.
Yeah.
Any comments? And yeah, I guess I'll make sure I take them down since Mike's not here.
I have a couple things.
You do? Okay.
Shocking.
Yeah, what a surprise.
Almost in the center of the first page, where it says Chair Brolin moved,
Yep.
the third line from the bottom says, "The board will reconvene in executive session."
Oh, yeah.
We would reconvene in open
It
session.
is an open session. Yep. Okay.
Then on page 2, the second paragraph down where it says Ms. Sundaram,
Yes.
the second line ends with, "and the price point may be more appropriate." More appropriate than what?
Wait, I have Ms. Sundaram, but I don't have the price point. The towns deserve,
Located in high-density areas of
Ms.
town.
Sundaram stated that she reviewed both sites and believes a site along Mass Ave would be best for the town. Is it that paragraph?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It would
Yes.
be nicely
Yes.
located, okay, and the price point may be more appropriate.
More appropriate than what? I don't remember
The-
what you were talking about. Did you mean instead of 1,300? Because we weren't talking about 1,300.
No, appropriate probably compared to 72. 72 is the other one, right?
Yeah.
Based on
I just-
location. I don't
I was-
remember what I said,
Yeah,
so.
I can have her look at it.
Yeah.
So review here, it's a concern about the price point be more appropriate than what? Review. Okay,
Then on page 3, the paragraph that starts with Mr. Reed moved,
yes,
there's a big quote there. And the quote opens with, "to see if the town will vote," and it continues all the way down to the second to the last line,
yes.
where the quote closes after March 17th, 2026. But then there's a comment made after the quote closes. And I don't think the quote should close there. It should close
Yes, I
after
agree.
the comment, if
Af-
that's what
up
Max
to-
said.
Including any minor adjustments to be, oh. Well, what she's quoting is the article. Mr. Reed moved that the warrant article
Yeah.
read to
Right.
see if blah, 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 blah,
Yeah,
blah,
yeah.
and that ends at March 17th, 2026.
Right. So should that be a period? Or it is a period? That's a comma.
But part of his moving then was saying, including any minor adjustments that are made by legal counsel. So she's quoting the article, but she's not quoting, what she should do is, Mr. Reed moved, well, quote, and then it should be single quote at 2C, single quote at 26, double quote
Right.
at any legal counsel.
Okay, so she's quoting the article, not what Max
She's quoting the
said.
article, not what Max said. So we can fix it if but we don't normally quote the motions.
Well, okay, we're going to talk about that 3 more lines down where you did it.
Okay.
So here you're quoting the article, the next one you don't.
Okay, so I think we leave it the way she has it. I think what she has is correct.
Okay.
Okay,
He's
so
gonna jump
3
on
more lines down.
It's gonna be like, yeah, but.
Move to approve the recommendation as edited. Okay, Ms. Nealon moved to recommend to the town to meeting the acceptance of the fire station design bid as presented.
What?
Ms. Lovato seconded, motion passed. Mr. Reed moved to approve the recommendation as edited, yes.
Right.
Mr. Ford seconded.
Right. So 2 more lines down, where it
Okay.
says the committee reviewed the draft warrant article,
Yes,
but we don't put the warrant article there, like we did above, where Mr. Reed moved the warrant article. Should we want to restate what the article is that the committee reviewed, like we did at the other one?
I don't know why she does it inconsistently, so how do we want it?
I think we should put in the minutes what we actually were
Okay.
talking about at the time.
Okay, so expand the one with Miss Nealand. Okay,
And then lastly, there's a crazy one. On the very last page,
yeah,
in italics, where it says the next fire station building committee meeting,
yeah,
it's today, not the 15th. The 15th, we
Yeah.
didn't have a meeting.
right. Okay.
Well, but I think that's when it was on the schedule when we did this.
It was, but we canceled it at our
No,
meeting.
there's a line,
Canceled
there's
it.
a line here that says
So-
the committee agreed not to meet on January 15th.
Yeah, so it should be the
Okay,
22nd there, yeah.
So I move to accept Mr. Ford's minutes.
Second.
Any other edits, discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? That's unanimous. Okay, so then in our packet, we have the budget, the budget and the invoice. So Steve, if you want to share that, or we can if that's easier for you.
I was going to ask you whether, are you seeing it on yours, or do you want me to try and bring it up on the Zoom?
We don't see it right now,
I can bring it
but
up.
Maria can bring it up.
It's just gonna take me a hot second.
I think I got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, no, that's not it. Let me try that again. Are you seeing the expenditures?
There you go.
Yes.
Okay.
It's weird. 'cause it's not on
Um,
TV.
So this is the vendor invoice package for the month of December. We've got 3 invoices. We have the Vertex invoice 16 totaling $5,316.75. You have the Context invoice 15 for $63,660, which is a lot of the additional site investigation work that they did in December. And then we have two dates of meeting minute taking from Kristen Platnod of $283.94. Total of the invoice package is $69,260.69. And then I'll just scroll through the Vertex invoice, which is basically hours expended. And then the Context invoice, again, is a lot of it is amendment number 10 for the geotechnical exploration, the borings and cost estimates, and continued meetings, and then the site analysis at 984 and 1300. And then, like I said, there was 2 meeting dates, 11/20 and 12/4, that Kristen did the meeting minutes for. And scrolling down to the budget, as Mary said, we don't really have that much left. We've got a little over 18,000 out of the 500 of the appropriation.
There was a time I thought $18,000 was a lot of money.
Nope, goes quickly.
I would move to approve the invoice of $69,260.69.
Second.
Okay, Mac moved, Sarah seconded. Any questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? That's unanimous. Thank you,
Thank you.
Steve. Okay, so our next meeting dates are February 12th and February 26th here. Updates. So any updates that anybody wants to share? I don't have any. Okay. I'm going to move us to public input. If anyone online has any input, please raise your virtual hand. Okay, I'm not seeing any. Chief, I know you want to give us.
Oh, yeah, just my, my bread, milk, and eggs speech about this weekend real quick. No, everyone obviously knows about the snow. It's more about Saturday. I'm more concerned, well, not that I'm not concerned about the snow. I'm concerned about Saturday. I'm concerned about the cold weather. We are opening warming stations, a warming station at the library from 10 to 3. I just encourage anyone to take advantage of it. And also just, we know the snow's coming, so please plan ahead. Pick up the necessities that you may need at the store, charge your devices. Please do not use generators or any sort of fuel burning devices inside the homes, you know, and make sure your carbon monoxide detectors are working. We're gonna add a few extra people for the weekend just to make sure that we're available at all times to go out and help people. So just, again, take advantage of the warming station if you need to. I just, as far as the warming station is concerned too, I just had a huge thank you to Pishon and the library staff for helping us with this, and also a big thank you to our Burke volunteers for stepping up and staffing that during the weekend for us as well. So
that's
just, it's such a big community effort. Everyone's kind of pulling together and helping out on this, so just, it's really great to see. And hopefully they're not too taxed, you know, hopefully
Yeah.
everyone has what they need, but if they don't, we are available to help with anything that anyone needs.
And reach out to your neighbors, call your
check.
friends, ask for help. Don't, you know, if you need help, ask for help. We're a great community that way. So let's help each other. And I'm actually looking forward to the snow, not the cold, but the snow.
And if you're gonna go do shopping, do it sooner rather than later. I was at Market Basket this morning for my usual kind of once-a-month shopping, and it was already crazy. There were more seniors on a Thursday morning, which they usually aren't, than I've ever seen there on like a Tuesday when they usually are there.
It was a nice day today, too.
It was a lovely day, and I
Yeah.
think that was a big part of it, but I
Yeah.
can't believe how busy the markets
Yeah.
already was.
Okay.
So,
Just
go
think
early.
if the Bills had beaten Denver, there would be a home game this Sunday.
That would be awesome. We play well in the snow, so.
So we're lucky, I guess they're going to Denver.
Yeah, yeah. All right, with that, I would take a motion to adjourn at 7:50 PM.
So moved.
Second.
I heard Mac move, Alan second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? All right, thank you, everybody. We'll see you next week on the 28th for the forums.
Yeah.
For the forums.
Yeah, good. I'm like, how can I?